Pin.
Blue brown. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. For D2.0, I also haven't got any updates yet.
Okay.
For D1.7.1, last night was supposed to be with Beth Sears, but she didn't show up. And I think she replied, but I hasn't replied at the LinkedIn message yet. I'll follow up later after
Okay.
this. Next to next to another pivot, it's D151. D151.
Okay. 151. Okay.
Um, I have updates here. It's from Andrew Shepard.
And use
So the meeting is will be tomorrow at 8 at AM WITA and 9 AM WITA.
90 M Vita. Okay.
And Jennifer Yuen is also replied yet, but hasn't decided the time yet, whether it is Friday night or Saturday morning.
Okay.
I'll follow up later again. I think that's all from my updates.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Move to Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani. And first, from the first pivot is from the 4.1. It's from short-term ads. The last update is I already create the content, but I will airing the ads by today. And but no, there's no friction from now, but I will keep update on this. And next from pivot basics.0, it's on CRM.
Mas Rizal,
Yep.
can I asking what is the content of these short-term ads? Can
Okay.
we take a look?
Yes, sure. It's already on Canva. You can check it on Canva if. But okay, wait. I will copy the link on that comment if you can see.
Tanpa starting.
I already put my comment.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Let's look for a second.
yeah.
Okay.
So my plan is I will use one single photos, one single photo. I just want a MPP, and you can swipe right. That
Hmm,
yeah, that's my content.
Cool.
That's my content for these ads. And the message will be same, but using Italian language because I want to uh, I want to targeting Florence market on that. And yeah, that's the update.
Uh, if I may give some suggestion, I think this one the font you can change, yeah, because it's.
No, I'm not using that. I just
Oh,
using one that preface.
oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah, just one photos.
okay, okay. Yes, over to Jing, please.
Johnny, I wanna recognize you for doing that. So guys, that's a really good practice for a chair to do. So asking for more information and asking for more clarity, I think is pretty cool. So that way, like Gani, you could see that there's maybe there's fonts that need to be changed, or maybe there's other things that could be shown. Remember, guys, this is a safe environment. This is not a place to this. The point of having these discussions isn't to have like an inquisition. It's not like a trial. It's more like for example, if you're getting stuck on something, share more, and then when there's more eyeballs looking at it, then it can get fixed. And I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that in just a second too. Okay, so yeah, we'll continue.
Okay.
Back to you, Gani. Thank you, Gani. Thank you, Gani.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, so which photo will you use? This
Yeah,
one?
that photo. Yeah.
So during. Okay, okay, nice. So for this image will direct to our website, right? No,
Yeah.
our website.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Next,
And next
upload.
to yeah, the update it's still ongoing. So I don't have any update from that,
Okay.
and it will be end on the 1st of May, and I will
Okay.
put my update on the tomorrow, I believe. Okay,
Okay.
and the next it's from pivot B3.1 from Facebook HMPP. I already attached my screenshot at the attachment, and the uh, yeah, that's the attachment, and the takeaway is less budget is better than less budget is better than more budget, but have a longer duration rather than short duration. And then add more language to for target for a foreign owner. And if you can see at the top and the below, the top one uh, the ads doing in 3 days, but only get to total unique click and 1,000 100
Oh.
impression. And but from the below, I show on the 3 days, but the
Mhm.
impression is higher than the top. But the difference is I put a language on that, like Italian, Russian, Spanish, but on the top only French and English. And that's
Mm.
the takeaway from that. Yeah.
Cool. 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 So this one can be a new best practice, yeah, for create
Yeah,
Facebook.
probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Okay.
So after this one, yeah. Need.
Yeah. I started listing. I already put the best practice result. And if you can open the paper, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Sorry, ada comment. Sorry.
Okay. Comment. Okay. Best practice for new standard.
So this is our last decision from the content sync up yesterday. So we already discussed about the first is listing production and for listing maintenance. So basically for listing production is we want to make best practice for first launch of listing, and for the listing maintenance is what we can do next if our listing is didn't work, and we already make a conclusion from that. And also from the listing production, we have divided two markets. The one is urban market, and the second is destination market. And we already take a best practice in which market, so we can create a best practice based on the market itself. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, you can read all of them because I can read it. We have time limited from now, but if
Okay.
if anyone have sub discussion, yeah, yes sir.
Yes, Riza, I'd like to have a sub-discussion with you on this one. I've noticed a lot of these patterns on YouTube already too as well.
Can
So
I
I want
join?
to engage you on that one, yeah? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay. Nice. Okay, great. So what time this sub discussion about this one?
Maybe right after yours, Gani, so 11:30?
Okay, 11:30, Mr. Secretaries, please write down the schedule about the best practice for listing standard. Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. And maybe I add one pivot from the it's from initiative website SEO, but I only create the what my plan, but the intended outcome and hypothesis still rough. I not already finished it yet, but I still planning on this for my next project or experiment. Yeah, that's my update.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so move to my side. For my update is about the research initiative G 2.2, start implement best practice from research. Okay, so based on content discussion yesterday, maybe I can start the implement this one for the our current listing. So yeah, maybe it's good best practice to make our listing better. Okay, then move to new format description and translation. It's still I have the update yet. Still on last is the displays. I'm not continue yet. Okay, and continue to Airbnb guidebook project. Maybe Aldo can give us the update about the Jogja guidebook. Have you created?
For the Jogja guidebook, I've already gathered the data, and maybe I will apply it by today or
Okay.
tomorrow by last.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and then I also running a new initiative F2 about the branding through YouTube, but I want to focus on YouTube SEO first. My first action is uh, just maintenance the last video that uploaded on YouTube, and I do some change on the text and add the thumbnail.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, because there is a lot of video that doesn't use the thumbnail, and the text is before is default, and there is no correlation at all at the current video. So I'm working on YouTube right now, and then responding to some reply. I think I insight from VD yesterday. When we respond every reply, I think this can increase the engagement of YouTube. Yeah, so I'm working on YouTube right now. Okay, and also I want ask for maybe Rizal about maybe do you know who created this one
It's Divanda.
hero header video? Oh,
Divanda.
I see. Because I think this photo can be applied on LinkedIn as well. So I need this header photo. Yeah, so it makes sense between YouTube and LinkedIn. I cannot find the resource of this header. Okay. Okay, I think that's it from my update. Okay, so let's check the meeting schedule. The discussion about Jeff Lee's house, 11:15, and Jing, and then 11:30, best practice for listing standard. Is there any meeting? Is there any discussion, maybe? Yes, sir.
Let's do this. Could I reschedule my discussion with Jeff Lee's house with 11:50, and then for 11:15, I'd like to share a new practice, right? That could be pretty fun. So I'm going to show you the video that I made, and I'm going to ask you guys for feedback, right? And this comes back to this idea of what Gani was doing with Rizal just earlier. So, oh, Mr. Secretary, could you change that Jeff Lee house to 11:50, please? Okay, fantastic. And then I might need to go to the bathroom at 11:30. I'm trying to hold it right now, actually. But okay, this is what I want to do. Look, guys, in content, I think this idea of a peer review is a really good idea, right? So a lot of the work we do is visual work, and it should be seen by other people on the team in order to get feedback. So when you create an ad or whenever you, let's say, approach with a targeting message to people, share that information in this group. This is where, if you feel stuck, this is where you get help. This is not like I said, this is not a trial. This is not about, are you doing your work? This is more about share your work. If you're stuck, let other people try to help out. Remember, this is one thing I noticed when I was looking across the all hands the other day. There are some people who believe when they have avoidable mistakes, these problems are with yourself, right? And then there are some people who believe that the problem is more objective. The problem is the problem. The truth is the problem is always the problem. The problem should never be with yourself, right? We believe that you are doing your best to actually get things done right now. That's why you guys are here. So knowing that, we want you to think about how to fix the problem and not think about the problem as, oh, I don't have enough skills, or I'm not working hard enough, or anything like that, right? Focus on, maybe the problem is my content isn't getting the correct traction, right? Maybe my messaging isn't right. Maybe my timing isn't right. So share as much of that as possible. And then this environment is supposed to be a safe environment where you can share, you can get feedback, and you can, do whatever. All right, just as a prelude, my Bahasa Indonesia sucks, right? So it was pretty clumsy. And I'm ashamed about that. I've been here for 15 years. But I gotten spoiled too, right? Like most people just kind of speak English around me. So anyway, I have grammar mistakes, I have editing mistakes, but I want you guys to pick them out for me so that when we release this to the audience this afternoon with the owners, and especially for the site team, this is what they are, right? They will understand and not get confused and be like, well, what's Jing talking about, right? Rizal, thank you very, very much for some of the free tips. All your tips, Rizal, I treasure, very, very helpful, okay? Now I'm going to let you guys take a look at this and let me know what you see as a possible.
Oh, selamat siang.
Okay. All right. So, Rafik already, thank you. Rafik already pointed out there's some spelling mistakes in it, like istirihat is istirahat, right? Any feedback from you, Gani, so far?
I think the transition sometimes has a little bit faster. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The,
Slow. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And the what is it? The caption I think a little bit faster, and sometimes it's same the font color it's same with the background, so it's sometimes
Okay.
really slow. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, some on the grammar too.
Okay, got it. I'll go here. I'll send you the link, guys. If you guys have any grammar tips, please just point that out to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and edit that. Okay. Yes. Next to sorry. What just happened? God damn it! What just happened? Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Aldo, any comments?
Yeah, I think it's already good, but for the step 1 or 2, there is some part that is too fast. And,
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and some typo things there. Miswriting.
Oh, okay, misspellings. Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay. And then Rizal, I think you've already given your comments, right? Some of the transitions are fading in and out. I used iMovie because it's the one thing I know how to use. Is there a way to fix fonts on iMovie, Rizal, so that they don't fade in and fade out?
I forgot, sir, because I don't use iMovie for.
Okay, I'll Google it. I'll check it out. I'll check out if there's anything I can do about that. Okay, that's it. So that's just one example of how you could do a peer review. Oh, hi, Lewis.
Sir.
Yes.
Actually, I'm listening, and I have suggestion for the what is that? The writing.
Okay.
Maybe you can put like them for your explanation, because it's kind of difficult to read, because the background is different in each video, right? So if we kind of gives like bold background, for example, a black or whatever it good at the video, and
Okay.
is the people who watch it, I think.
Okay, that's a great suggestion. That's an easy way we can implement that too as well. There's like a title bar.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Lois. Okay, the point of that was 2 things. 1, to get your feedback. 2, to just sort of share this idea of, if you're in content, bring it out for a peer review every now and then, right? I think that's a good idea as a type of meeting, is you bring your content out, you have everyone take a look at it, then you get feedback, and then it probably will work faster and better, okay? So, okay, that's on that one. That's pretty much it. I think we have another meeting right now, right? Okay. What's the meeting right now about?
Or
we had a meeting that we were planning to go into right now. I forgot, Gani, what it was about.
It's about best practice.
Best practice.
Oh yes, best practices. Okay, so let me fire that up actually. Or oh, maybe Gani, could you share your screen and let's take a look at those best practices.
Okay, hold on.
Best practices are another thing that can be really good opportunity, Rizal, for a peer review, for everybody to take a look at and contribute to it. That way everyone feels like they're adding to the portfolio of best practice. Okay, I think we need to go back to that card. Yes, this all was pretty interesting on the title. As we're doing these YouTube things right now, where we're recording our discussions and we're uploading it, I think that's actually a pretty interesting practice. We saw Sonder use it for their Airbnb listings. It will always say Sonder, and then like the area, and then what it is about the property, right? So that's a pretty interesting way to do it. But if you go on YouTube and you look for, let's say, professional videos, you'll also see the same thing. You'll see Vice, like, you know, topic, and then whatever it is. There's a lot of branding in the title, there's branding in the thumbnail, there's branding everywhere. So back to Gunny for that idea. I think there's a lot of good branding opportunities in the title, which is, remember from the copywriting class, you should spend 50% of your time thinking about the title. The title is probably the most important piece of copy on the entire thing, in fact. Okay, so that I wanted to point out, I think is definitely a best practice and can be verified with other examples across other channels too as well. Let's see, use living room hero as hero photo. Yes, I think I've noticed also result for this one. It's not always living room. Sometimes it can be a balcony shot, and sometimes it can be a window shot, right? I think it has to be whatever is the most striking feature of that property. If the view from the window is excellent, then perhaps that's the best feature. Think of this. You guys know where Venice is, right? Everyone knows Venice, right? Not yet. Gunny, what is special about Venice?
Venice is they use the river,
and the gondolas and that type of aquatic lifestyle. Now, if you took, let's say, Venice, for example, and you took a picture of your listing and just showed the living room, that would be a waste, right? Especially if you're right next to the river. A picture showing your window view, that would sell that particular property, I think, above other properties showing a living room. So I think the principal result can be more of a formula rather than a fixed idea. It's whatever is the unique selling point of that particular property. It has a jacuzzi with a forest view? Does it have a penthouse with a like a night jacuzzi? I think the idea, Rizal, is really to understand the guests walk in to the moment they check out. And what point along that journey was the highlight? What is the tent pole holding that up? And that is a really good way to understand what you should use for your initial sequence photos. Like, what are the main themes of that experience? Ghani, you've been on a tour before. Aldo, you've been on trips before. There are some parts that are definitely much more memorable than other parts. If you talk about a road trip, you probably don't show like hours and hours of driving, right? Because that's boring. It's like the same. But you might show like, oh, you stopped here and you saw a monument, or maybe you got in a fight with a passenger, right? Those add drama and those add interesting factors. So as a formula, I would say yes. Sometimes the living room is the highlight, but sometimes not. Sometimes maybe the kitchen is the highlight, right? It has like an excellent kitchen. So that could be also that. You as the storyteller decide what part of the story you want to title the story with, right? Think of it as like a book cover. What scene, what part do you think represents the book in the most attractive way? Okay, cool. And then there's this discussion about total number of photos, gentlemen. Let's go to Rizal. Rizal, what have you noticed about the total number of photos?
Okay, so basically, if the photo is a lot of like 60 or 70, the guest will be confused about. They keep swipe, but not see what is the most interest of from that photo. But if we can
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting concept. There's kind of like a decision, right? Like kind of a branching. Maybe it's a brand decision. So the decision should be, all right, what do we want? Do we want, let's say, a brand that's clean, simple, and efficient, or do we want to have something that's thorough and maybe very detailed, right? I think there can be sort of a divider. I don't know if you guys have started using this, but I have noticed that in the Bali photo sequence, you start going into like more of like a blog format after a while. Oh, this is a Canggu, good place to eat. This is like something close to the villa. And for that matter, I think that doesn't really, I think you should have a conclusion in the primary photo sequence, right? There should be a way to know that, okay, story ends for the apartment, but if you want to continue, the story can begin with the next chapter. The benefit to that is that you stop the person from continuing to search, right? So if they're searching and they're you know, like some people start their entire travel journey from Airbnb, not from Instagram, not from whatever, just from Airbnb. They want to be lazy. They want to just go right to Airbnb, find what they want to stay, and not have to figure anything out. So you can assist with that process. You can make it such that somebody on that journey, they don't need to go anywhere else to find out, oh, is this close to the metro? Oh, is this actually where I can get a good sandwich? Oh, is this where there's fun things to do? Oh, is there a nightclub in this area? You can sort of kind of build that story around your property, but just be careful to delimit it. Just be careful to say, okay, that's it with the property, but now if you want to learn more, then you can keep on looking at that. That's one style. That's just a style. That's not a direction yet. That's just one style. The other style can be you say more with less, like kind of a Japanese minimalism, right? Like this is sushi. It is just sushi. There's nothing else. I'm not going to put like, I'm not going to put like this crazy stuff on it. There's no extra sauce. There's no mayonnaise. This is it. It's just this is everything I want to say in the shortest way possible. That's a different style approach. That is a bit more like poetry, right? So you just focus on the key parts, and then after you get a mind full of ideas from just the key parts. So that's a stylistic issue. I think you guys are smart enough to figure out which one you want to use. And perhaps, Gandhi, that's also a branding decision too. Do we want to like have these long stories, or do we want to be more short and concise? Okay, cool. So that one, I will leave that one up for discussion, more discussion, right? You guys can decide whether or not it merits to have a longer story or a shorter story. Let's go to Rizal real quick, just to make sure I'm not smoking crack. Rizal, is there any drawback to having really long, let's say if you put in 100 photos, would there be any drawback if you did it correctly?
Okay, so basically from I put two market on that, sir. First on the urban market, which is there's like people want to just stay and take a business and then not going anywhere, but still on that town. But so I only put
Okay.
a few amounts of photo, and then people can decide because the photo is less and focus on that particular photos only. But on the destination market, we put a lot of pictures, like 30 to 40, because destination market we can sell experience, and we can sell the uniqueness from that property, because destination market have a different type of property.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, I like that idea, Rizal, that there's a differentiation between urban and also destination. Gentlemen, as content, I think also you can have a budget. So think of like your photo budget for telling the story through the content point of view. Save a few photos for FAQs, right? So save a few photos, I think, for what are frequently asked questions that people send to air support, and how can these photos answer those questions too as well, so that people don't have to ask, right? What's the price of a scooter? What's the cost to get to this location from the airport? What's like, do you offer drivers? So like these type of things, I think can be actually put on the content roll as well. As a budget, maybe five photos for that, 15 for the rest. Okay, great. Summary: general area plus points, general service, destination nearby. Great. I think that's a really good format result. I think that type of template for copywriting will make things go faster and easier. Okay. You could also, Rizal, think of that from customer benefit point of view. Think about from the customer journey, right? What are the top 3 things that people love about this thing? What are even the top 3 things that people don't like about this particular listing, right? And you can be that helps. It's always difficult to make a decision when everybody's just saying they're so awesome, right? They're like, I'm so awesome, I'm great, I'm great. Well, are you really all great? Don't you have any drawbacks? But if you say these are the top 3 things people love, these are the things that people don't like, it can really narrow it down and help somebody become very decisive about picking your listing. And that's good. You ultimately are aiming for a 5-star review, as many 5-star reviews as you can get. and that naturally will push you up to getting a higher ranking. So there's a few dimensions you can write that in. And then title, okay, great. Property feature area by Bukit Vista, great. Okay, I like that. There's some branding involved in that. And editing, minimize editing photo for apartments and simple villas. Okay, all right, sounds pretty legit. Okay, then going on to the destination market. So screening photo in hero photo, outdoor hero photo option. Okay, all right, infographic on hero photo. Interesting. Okay, so like labels and maybe like a little bit of visual cues on what the property is about. Okay. Then there's where there's a conflict, right? Total photos 20 to 30, total photos 30 to 40.
Sorry, that's typo.
Okay. So you probably need 30 to 40. Okay.
Yeah.
And good. Okay, good on the captions. That's a good idea. Journal area plus point, journal service, destination. Okay. Space, bullet point. Okay, sounds good. Okay, all right, editing. Good stuff. Okay. I'll let you guys continue if you guys want to talk more about best practices. That was just sort of what I saw. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I'll let you guys continue. Aldo, don't wait for me. Yeah, I'll ping you when I'm ready. Okay. Okay. So I'll turn off.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Oke, mungkin iki ya Mas, Aldo juga mungkin kurang lengkap ya kita nulisnya ya.
Ini kan menurutku belum best practice banget karena kan cuman dari yang kita dapat dari properti lain
dari
dan
kemarin.
kan belum dibikin sama yang lain.
Ya benar.
Kan emang belum aja sih.
Belum kita tambahin yang punyanya kita juga sih. Ya benar. Saya tak tulis dulu tadi apa ya? Apa?
Maksudnya gatal tuh aku tuh pengen apply ini juga ke listing kita gitu loh. Paham nggak sih?
Pengen di apply gitu kan maksudnya.
Jadi apa ya? Kayak aku tuh ngerasa kayak eman-eman, kita kemarin udah cari, udah screening kemana-mana, market manapun, tapi ternyata makainya masih buat listing production besok gitu loh. Kenapa tidak yang udah kita dapatkan sebanyak ini, kita mulai apply, kita mulai maintenance ke listing lama kita yang dapat inquiry, yang gitu-gitu.
Benar.
Nah ini mungkin ini mulai take banyak bandwidth buat ngelakuin ini, tapi kan bagus juga kan niatnya kan buat maintenance, buat membentuk brand juga. Gitu. Nice. Aku sebenarnya udah ada listnya. Jadi minggu lalu aku dapat list dari Lilis listing atau properti yang paling sering dapat inquiry. Nah ini. Jadi bulan Maret tuh yang paling banyak dapat inquiry ini. Tanah, Kakol, Atra, Despacito, Labumi, segini banyak. Nah, aku tuh kayak kepengen maintenance gitu loh. Yang aku sama Aldo udah jalan, ini baru jalan segini. Itu tapi kayak menjawab inquiry tapi dengan format deskripsi yang baru. Nah, sekarang tambah informasi kayak gini juga, dapat best practice-nya juga. Nah, kenapa nggak kita kombinasikan gitu loh. Begitu. Oke, ada lagi yang mau didiskus?
Kalau dari aku, mungkin ngelengkapin sekalian sih Mas. Mungkin aku bisa tak lengkapin apa yang udah kita best practice yang udah kita punya, terus tak masukin situ gitu loh.
Oke. Itu kan ada di step make and listing itu nggak sih? Gitu ya berarti ya. Oke.
Hmm.
Oke, berarti nanti gitu. Oke. Udah sih. Kalau saya udah. Berarti sekarang
Udah.
tinggal diskusinya Aldo sama Jing ya. Oke. Jadi oke, thank you ya. Adjourn the meeting ya.
Oke, siap.
Oke.
Thank you.
Boleh share selanjutnya?